Hello everybody, my name's Konami Nika, and welcome back to the unboxing, where today we are continuing our little look at the SH Figuarts Across the Spider-Verse line, with the other initial main release that they did, that being the SH Figuarts Spider-Gwen, or Ghost Spider, or Spider-Woman, depending on where you look, or whatever. Gwen, it's Gwen, from Across the Spider-Verse, it's whatever. Yeah. But yeah. This figure goes with the Miles that we looked at previously. Sorry, I had to do a quick drink. Yeah, this goes with the Miles that we looked at previously. Very similar engineering, very similar figures, stylistically, so why don't we take a look at her? So, front of the box, again, that kind of a very similar packaging style to the Miles package, with a render of the figure in the corner, the Across the Spider-Verse logo, all of your general license holder logos, and then in the center, with the SH Figuarts logo, the name of the figure, the SH Figuarts quote, and a window to look at the inside of the package. However, for hers, it's a lot more with her world's color scheme, those kind of pastel-y colors, the pinks, the pastel green, the pastel blue, stuff like that. It looks very nice. We also get a window at the figure, as we said, where you get to see the face sculpt, all the other stuff and whatnot. The top has the name of the figure again, but again in a pink, rather than in this generic black that's on the plastic. The bottom has another image of Gwen, this time unmasked, the name of the figure, but also has the Western distribution information and whatnot. This side continues the render from before, but we have an image of Gwen and the name of the figure in white with a pink kind of drop shadow. This side, we have the name with the pink, white with the pink drop shadow, with her in a jumping sort of pose, or like a falling or whatever. And then we get a bunch of different images, a bunch of different renders of the figure, the simple style and heroic action, so on and so forth. A lot of it's in Japanese, which is interesting. I think Miles also was in a lot of Japanese, whatever. They've been trying to do a little bit more English as time's gone on with their figures, but whatever. But without further ado, let's get this sucker popped open. I'm very excited because I do really like the movie, and I do really like this character from the movie. Gwen really got elevated within the second film, and it really gave her a lot of good character development. But yeah, this is her in her plastic, but first, let's get the instructions out of the way. Similar style of instructions, gives you the specifics for Gwen. She also comes with a stand, thankfully. Hers is a bit more finickier. There we are. Hopefully I didn't break the stand. These can be a bit fragile, so be careful. But yeah, this one seems fine. Again, a bit tight, but yeah. And then her stand base is pink with the blue logo, similar to her style. Not exactly like her look. I don't think she has a spider logo at all, but this does look nice as a stand. And then the stand arm is your basic Act 5 style stand. Let's move that baggie out of the way, so we can start getting into the figure herself. So I gotta go from lower, I guess. Parts did fall out of their tray a little bit. Again, that's something you gotta be careful about with an SH Figuart. Here is the short thwip. There's also a long thwip. You get one of each. I think they're the exact same as Miles, so hopefully if you have both the figures, you can get a full thwip. And yeah, you also get a web swinging effect held from this end, and you can just kind of swing around the city, which is very nice to see. She also comes with a bunch of hands. She has her outsplayed kind of wall crawly hands, which are always nice to see on a spider person. Very nicely painted and also very nicely textured. It feels very high quality. I really like it. There's also these kinds of more relaxed, almost like mask-holdy hands, but she doesn't have a mask to hold, so they're just kind of relaxed, which is nice to see as well. She also comes with a pair of thwippers. As expected, they're in that nice thwip pose. It's always nice to get a pair of thwippers with a spider person as well. Plunk, plunk. You also get the web gripping hands. Again, no fists on her, like with Miles, but again, these can be used also as a facsimile of a fist, or just as like a thumbs up, being like, hey, you did a good job. She also comes with an exposed neck piece to go with her unmasked head. This is a nice inclusion. It helps it to be more accurate, even if it does take a little bit more work. For that, you also get a downed hood piece. I don't know. I think it goes like this. Yeah, that makes sense. Because like otherwise it's like this and that looks wrong. So yeah, it goes like this. It's a nice downed hood to go with her. So that you can use this excellently painted and sculpted headpiece. This looks just like her. Honestly, I'm really happy with how this turned out. It looks just like her model in the film. It's got the slightly longer hair of the Across the Spider-Verse look. That's still kind of shaved on this side, because that's just how it turned out. And yeah, she does look... She even has the little, like, piercing in her eyebrow, which looks very nice. But yeah, she also comes with an alternate spider headpiece. A squintier eye, which does fit certain scenes in the film. They would have done swappable eyes, but that doesn't work for her head design. Whatever. And finally, there is a part separator as well with her. But there is finally Gwen. You gotta get stuff out of her. But yeah, she does have a part here on the back that you can take out for the sand arm. But yeah, this is Gwen. I've heard her thighs can be a bit tight, but mine seem to be fine, thankfully. Her thigh swivel seems to be a tad tight on mine, but that could use some heat probably, or maybe some whatever. But yeah, very similar engineering to Miles. They have very similar thin proportions. Her like lower proportions seem to be a tad thicker just because of circumstance and whatnot. Yeah, those thigh swivels are not wanting to move, unfortunately. But she gets a decent amount of thigh swivel anyways. Now let's look at that head. It looks fucking great. The hood does wiggle on its own because it is a separate part. But yeah, you can move the head however makes sense. You can have her look up. Hood does kind of get in the way, but you can have her back arch a little bit. And you can get like a spider falling pose or whatever. She does have her shoes from later on in the film, which is a bit unfortunate that she doesn't come with the wristband. That comes with fucking Miguel. Yeah, let's get those joints worked in. I think mine has a little bit of a paint scrape, but whatever. She again has very similar... I think her texturing is technically different from Miles, but it has a very similar kind of textured look to help sell the Spider-Verse look. And yeah, it does work. She comes with like these karate chop hands on her, mainly, which is interesting. At least I can get her hips to move, which is good. Yeah, thigh swivel might be a bit locked in place, but I think I can work that out. If I hold the joints properly, get that a bit worked in. I do really like these little bits of pink. It's very well detailed, very well done, especially in the hood here. They didn't have to go that hard, but they did, and it looks very, very nice. She has the usual SH Figuarts articulation, the ball joint. Let's look at her back as well. Again, she's fairly simple color-wise, but yeah, this is a good Gwen figure. I'm really glad to have her in the collection, especially to go with Miles. But yeah, let me know what you think of this figure in the comments below. Let me know if you want to get this figure in the comments below if you don't have it already. I would recommend it. It's a good figure. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun YouTube stuff. Let me know if you want to see more Spider-Verse stuff. I should have Miguel by the time this video gets released, so I can try to up that video in the release schedule if you guys are interested. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun YouTube stuff. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!